Another very good tip that I've learned through the years overall, and I remember that this is a tip that came from classic 2D animators, was the holding extremes, so favoring the extremes, right? This is a very good tip that coming a little bit from the line of what we just mentioned, how to add that contrast in between the dynamic movements and the holding poses. Holding the extremes basically means that what we can do, or a very good way to make the character move, is that whatever we are going to do some sort of movement, that the character is going from A to B, if we do some kind of anticipation or some kind of overall, in anticipation, or we're just transitioning from one pose to another, we keep the most part of the character holding in those extreme poses or in those extreme moments, like in an overshoot, for example, in the highest of the overshoots, or in the back of an anticipation. We hold it. We hold the character in that particular pose and in those particular frames for a little bit longer than let's say a normal timing, right? That usually tends to create, because we are holding the character a little bit longer there, those transitional movements, or the moment it gets out, used to be a little bit faster maybe, because we're not doing that in a very flowing way where everything is like boom 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 and then go. It's like more boom 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 and then I go, right? So this is a very good technique in order to get that dynamic and also to work spacing, let's say more within the theory of the bouncing ball, right? The bouncing ball theory works in a way that when we are working in a bouncing ball and we having this kind of trajectory, right? When we are in the top, we are holding the spacing, right, a little bit, and then boom, boom, we fall back. We do the bounce, and then again with big spacing, and then boom, we come back, and then we hold, and then we go down, bum, 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 we do the bounce, and then tuck, right? So this theory of the bouncing ball is something that we can apply, generally speaking, to any kind of transition from one pose to the other. So for example, in this shot, we have very clearly that moment where when the character is doing this kind of gesture, you can see how I'm holding. It's not a gesture that he is doing, like, let's say, with a normal timing, like a regular way of doing the things. I'm holding in each of the sides that the hand is going to one side to the other. I'm holding it there for a little bit longer, just for a tiny little bit.
In there and automatically, you can't just leap in there and do De Niro.
Right. Or... So that's a very interesting way to add that kind of strength and energy and dynamism and contrast to the movements. Another good example, for example, is when the character is coming down after this gesture, right? This is kind of like a tiny little bit of an anticipation, right? Where it's not just doing the anticipation, bringing all the body, shoulders, and elbows up. I'm holding it there for a tiny little bit. This is very clearly the principle of the bouncing ball, where we are just pim, 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 and then we're going down faster, right?
And then once he's in there,
you can see this, boom, boom. So depending on what is the style that you are working on, you can really push this a lot and keep the characters really and staying in each extreme for way longer than in a normal kind of like a more realistic kind of timing. In a way that even it would result in a very extreme pose to pose where everything's like boom, 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 right? That will give us a very cartoony and extreme posing and timing style, which is not bad. But if you're working in something that is a little bit more like realistically stylized, you can still do it, but very small or more subtle. Or maybe you can do this process with only one part of the body, not all part of the body. You can just maybe, as the rest of the body is moving normally, or more kind of like a realistic or normal timing, you can have the hand, for example, those kind of details maybe with the hand, where boom, 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 boom. That helps a lot. So holding the extremes.